Joining us now is State Department spokesperson Tammy. Bruce, Tammy, it is so good to see you, and we're so glad to have you today because I want to get your take on if the ball moved down the field today, how far did it move down the field in terms of peace in Ukraine?
Well, thank you for having me. It's kind of odd to be here in a different kind of position, but it's great to be back with you guys. Look, that meeting with Macron, the president of France, was very important, with, of course, Donald Trump, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio was there as well, because this has been a long-term effort. What happened today at the UN is key. Was the passage of a U.S. written resolution calling for peace, a very short resolution, about 3 paragraphs, and it passed through the Security Council. This is the first action resolution, the first action that the UN has taken on this war that is awful. It has been really a catastrophe for everyone. I mean, the globe has been impacted by this. So we have this action that is only occurring because of Donald Trump's leadership and because of the maintenance and the movement and the discussions throughout the world by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. It's a whole of government dynamic with people who understand that this has to stop. No one is winning. This is a dynamic that needs to at least come to a conclusion so that then we can have civilized conversations about what to do next. And this meeting, I think, between President Macron and President Trump is a very good example of what can happen when you bring a new idea to the table. Well, this is a new day. It's a new age. It's a new point of view that you can get peace, you can do it quickly, and then you can make a difference when it comes to what those negotiations are after the fact. So even Macron, in his comments after the fact, noted that they had made tremendous progress talking about Ukraine and that situation. And I think that this is a reminder to the world that the American government is focused on getting things done, yes, for itself, for what is best for the American future. And what that means also is that it's best for the rest of the world. So it's a very exciting time.
Right, and we stand ready with exports of liquefied natural gas, which will help Europe get off of Russia, which is something that Joe Biden and company tried to reverse. And Tammy, let's also focus on what President Trump and everyone in his government are doing to starve Iran. There were new sanctions, fresh sanctions imposed on the shadow fleet of oil brokers and ships that Iran has used to transport illicit shipments of its crude oil. This is just the latest move in the return to the maximum pressure campaign against Iran. I want to reiterate, because Joe Biden and company did not enforce sanctions on Iran. It made about $200 billion in oil sales, largely to China. Essentially, the U.S. under Biden, allowed the funding of terrorism under Hamas and Hezbollah and all of Iran's proxies. And President Trump said no more, and today is part of that.
Well, that is exactly right. You know, there's a point here, and President Trump understands this. We've all understood it. The maximum pressure campaign, we learned, was a way for the rest of the world, certainly Iran, to learn that America has resources, and we're going to take action to make sure that our interests are upheld, that bad actors in the world, like this leading sponsor, the leading state sponsor of terrorism around the world, Iran, will not be coddled. They're not going to be encouraged. They're not going to be ignored, which for them would be a good thing. But you know, this is a dynamic where nations can show that there can be pressure and have an impact on other nations without resorting to war or to boots on the ground, that these are economic measures, and they're measures that, you know, there's no reason for this to be able to continue, that Iran has to understand that it is a new age, and that the rest of the world understands also that we're going to take care of the United States and what's our best interests, but also ultimately what's in the best interests of people around the globe.
Tammy, Bruce, thank you so much for being here. Terrific to see you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Please come back.
It's an exciting time.
Anytime.
Thank you.
And we're
See you
excited
soon.
and we're lucky. Thank you so much.
You.